Hello and welcome back, class. I recently did a video on the coincidences in Lincoln and JFK and their assassinations. If you haven't seen it, click here to watch it. Today I'm going to talk about the assassinations that almost happened, the attempted assassinations, and the survival of presidents who were targeted for death. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Seriously, need all the help I can get, please. Anyways, Andrew Jackson is our first president for an attempt on his life. At least that has been recorded. The year was 1835, and Richard Lawrence shot at Andrew Jackson as he left a funeral, but it misfired. Andrew Jackson was so irate at the man that he attacked Lawrence with his walking cane. Andrew Jackson was like, not gonna take it, no, not happening. Lawrence managed to get another pistol out, but it too misfired. I mean, what are the chances? In fact, I think there's a study about it. I should look that up. Lawrence was apprehended and tried, but found not guilty due to insanity. It's a common theme with these, I feel. He would die in an insane asylum in 1861. Theodore Teddy Roosevelt became president in 1901 after the McKinley assassination. And he then went on to survive his assassination attempt in 1912. Now, this was after Roosevelt had left office, but he was campaigning for a third term. He was shot by John Fleming Schrank in Wisconsin during a campaign stop. The bullet hit the former president's breast pocket, where both the president's glasses case and folded up copy of the lengthy speech he was about to give was stored. Those items are credited with his survival. Roosevelt then went on to give the speech before going to the hospital. The man's like, by the way, I've been shot, but let me give you this speech real quick, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and then we'll take care of bodily injuries. Schrank would also be found not due to insanity and would die in a mental institute in 1953. Giuseppe Zangara killed President Franklin Roosevelt on February 15, 1933. This too was during a speech. It was thought that the target was actually Chicago Mayor Anton Cermak, who was in attendance that day. 5 people were shot, and Cermak would later die from his injuries. Zangara would confess and be sentenced to 80 years in prison, but would die less than a month later. One of the more interesting attempts, interesting to me anyways, due to all the planning that went into this, and this would be a video I should probably do, is the attempt on Harry Truman's life in 1950. The president was not living at the White House during this time due to renovations. 2 men, Oscar Collazo and, I'm probably going to butcher this name, and I apologize, Griselio Torresola, both Puerto Rican activists, would storm the home the president was staying in. Torresola would be killed in the attempt, and Collazo would go on trial. 1 Secret Service agent would also be shot and killed while protecting Truman. Collazo would be sentenced to death, but the president himself, Truman, would commute that sentence. He was eventually paroled in 1979 and died in 1994 in Puerto Rico. So the president said, yeah, you tried to kill me, but I think we have some mental instability here, and I'm going to kill you. sentence. Most of us know the name Charles Manson, but did you know he is somewhat responsible for the attempt on the life of a president? Okay, not exactly, but a follower of Charles Manson, Lynette Squeaky Frome, attempted to kill President Gerald Ford in 1975. She was supposedly protesting environmental pollution. Luckily for Ford, her gun misfired and would have been a point-blank shot at the president if it had not misfired. She was sentenced to life in prison and was paroled after 34 years in 2009. Another famous attempt on a president's life was that of Ronald Reagan in 1981. John Hinckley Jr. was obsessed with actress Jodie Foster and thought that if he killed the president, he would finally gain her attention and admiration. The actress had been contacted by him multiple times in the past, but this obsession was most definitely a one-way street and not reciprocated. Reagan was shot while leaving the Hilton Hotel after a speech. Again, guys, stop giving speeches, obviously. Found a common denominator here. Stop giving speeches. He suffered a punctured lung, but survived. It is rumored that he told his wife, as she sat next to him before surgery, that he forgot to dock. Hinckley was found not guilty by reason of insanity and institutionalized. He was released from the institution in 2016. These, of course, are the assassination attempts we know of. There are plenty that were stopped and many that the public just does not know about. And I am sure a few from before Jackson that just did not survive history. The most amazing thing about these attempts was that the Secret Service that we know now for their protection of the president was not assigned this detail until after the assassination of McKinley in 1901. Before that, the Secret Service mostly dealt with counterfeit money. That means out of the 10 assassinated presidents or attempted assassinations, the Secret Service had only been around for the protection of the presidents during the last 6 attempts and was unable to prevent one death, that being JFK. Now, is it really the outstanding protection that service offered, or the attempts themselves that saved these presidents? Or just sheer force of will to live and luck? I don't know. Maybe a combination of all those? Thank you for joining me in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate your comments and share if you feel like I did a really good job. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and as always, keep on learning. Bye.